everyone, just going to talk about our Faux Brad set, which I think has to be my favourite at the moment. Okay, so I'm just going to show you just a few little uses how we've used them. This is the larger Faux Brad and it's working with our dumbbell die, but you can see it's completely flat, but it still swivels around beautifully. Just take that one out. Here, Kay's used it, used them on our photo swivels. So you can see they swivel beautifully. I'm just going to come in so you can actually see what they, because they really are just looking like brads, and she's popped glossy accents on them. Okay, and here she's used it on our little heart swivel die. And then there's another way you can use them is actually take this off, and then these are swivel pages. Okay, I'll just go like that, and the brads are actually underneath here, but because they're card they're completely flat, but they do exactly the same job, and you can create really lovely different pages using these as well. And I think this page will be in one of our day-by-day tutorials when we bring the next one out. Okay, so when you get your brad set, you get 6 die plates, and you get 3 that cut brads, and they cut 6 brads at a time, and then you get the corresponding backing plates that go with them. And these are the completed brads. I know they're quite difficult to see, so I'm going to pop them down flat and then I'll zoom in so you can see the different sizes. And these are cut out of 280 cardstock. I'd probably use a thicker cardstock if you can. Let's just zoom in and see if you can see these okay. And you can cut them. This one here was actually cut out from a drinks can. Oh, you haven't seen that at all because it's pinged off. Let's just pop it there, and I'll move that one out of the way. That one's actually cut out of metal from a drinks can. Just be careful when you're cutting the actual can itself, but once it's cut, because these have got nice beveled edges, it's pretty neat. But I still like the card ones because it means it's paper, it's not going to damage anything that's lying on another page. It's acid-free cardstock, lignin-free cardstock, so it should be perfect in all your projects. So I'm just going to show you how to make one up. Okay, so your die plates are here. You've got a larger brad, a medium brad and a smaller brad. The smaller ones work perfectly with our swivel dies, all different sizes. But the larger ones do as well, particularly with the dumbbell. That's a really good one to use. And each plate is only for that particular brad size. We haven't mixed the brad sizes up, so it'll be fairly easy to see when you actually take your brads out and have a look. So, and you cut 6 at a time. So putting together, you need one of your brads, and then the other plate cuts out 3 different circles. A larger one, a smaller one, and one with a hole in the middle. The larger one here, it's got one in the same colour, different colour, is designed to be the one that sits on top of your brad if you want a decorative finish, different coloured decorative papers, things like that. This one here is the washer, and then that one is a mat if you want another mat. So you've got your brad there, and that one there is a mat to fit on there if you want a different effect again. So perfect for wobbly eyes if you want to do things like that. And because it's card stock, it's a bit better than metal, but obviously be aware it's a small part, so it still could be a choking hazard. So that's that there. So to fit it together, what I'm going to do, I'm going to come in a little bit, but I don't want to come in. So to fit it together, okay, there are tiny score lines, but because it's such a small die that you can see them, but it's better to just pinch the edge with your nail and fold that over so you haven't got a square edge sticking out. And you're going to do exactly the same the other side. Pinch the edge. If you try and do it so the curve of your nail is following the curve of the brad, and then you're more likely to get a nice finish like that. Okay, then you're going to go into the middle, find the other little score line, pinch and bend it up, turn it round, pinch and bend it up, so you will end up with something like that. So then you need to take your washer, and you want to make sure, which you're going to slide onto the ends of the pins, you want to make sure that the right side is facing you. It just gives a nicer finish. So a little bit of glue just in here, just on the top sides of there. Don't put any glue along the forks. And then you're going to slide this two splits to get 2 pins together like that, the 2 forks. Pop that on top. I'm going to slide it down. Just hold that in place just for a minute to allow it to stick. You can burnish it as well. A bit of burnishing won't hurt. It's probably a good thing to do. Just push that down like that. And I found it was really, I cut a whole load out of all the different sizes, and I just sat for about half an hour just making a whole load up, so that when I've got a project to do, I can straight away just get started and everything's already there ready for me to do. So you can see that that has stuck perfectly now. Okay, so if I turn that on its side, this is really hard to video. Yeah, you can see it there. I'll just come in a bit so you can see. Okay, right, and then we're talking about, that's when we're talking about, then you can put your mat on top. So that's the same, this is the same size. It's just to show you the difference. That's the same size as the brad top. Okay, so then you could put glossy accents on there. You could do little letters, you could spell out words, all sorts of things. And then if you want a decorative paper on top or an additional one, then you can just pop the smaller circle that comes in the plate as well on top, like that. And then you've got a beautiful finish for a die, and that will fit in. It'll be a bit big for this one, but it's just really to show you how it works. That will fit into one of our swivel dies like that, and then you've got the pins at the back that you can fold down, and then that'll swivel round like that. And they will also fit in our decorative circle dies. We have some that, and in the set we have some that have a perfect circle in the middle, so you can use them for folio circles, you can use them for corset pages, you can use them for folio closures for envelopes and flaps, stuff like that. And these fit perfectly in the centre of these holes here, so you can see. Let's put this one, let's just stack these two up, and then that will fit in there like that, and that would be like that. And then you could put cloth underneath, thread underneath, and you've got a folio envelope there. So I think you can have so much fun with these. I think you'll find them really, really useful, and I hope you like using them as much as we do. Thanks.